and it looked like there is more drama coming out of the Caitlin Clark pipeline with her final preseason game.
I wish Caitlin Clark gets back or I can't feel my face.
Oh.
I can't feel it.
She gonna do it.
Nah, I don't think she let that go. I'm gonna just be honest. Caitlin
Clark is back, and so are the refs who must have gotten their certifications from a Cracker Jack box. If you thought last season's whistleblowing circus was over, think again. Clark's out here dropping 30, while the refs are out here dropping IQ points. Did someone forget to sub them out, or are they just her permanent haters at this point? Grab your popcorn because this meltdown is burning hotter than her 3-point percentage, and trust me, it's equal parts hilarious and infuriating. Let's dive in.
They need to be investigated ASAP. We see what's happening with Caitlin Clark. There's no reason you shouldn't be protecting your star player, because without Caitlin Clark, there won't be no sold-out arenas. The viewership on TV would not be like it is now, where everybody's watching it because it's must-watch TV. But we are seeing how she's being treated.
You know what's apparently harder than guarding Caitlin Clark in the WNBA? Finding a ref who can actually see it happen. Because here we go again. Clark walks into a game with a target on her back the size of Indiana, gets clotheslined like it's a 1997 WWE match, and the refs? They're too busy doing yoga in the corner or birdwatching in the rafters. At this point, you've got to wonder if they accidentally signed up for Cirque du Soleil instead of a professional basketball league, because what we witnessed in the Fever vs. Dream game wasn't officiating, it was interpretive dance with whistles.
WNBA refs, and start the video there and center it on that. The WNBA refs are not consistent. A hit to the arm on one play is a foul, and a hit to the arm on another play is not a foul. The inconsistency is really bad for this league, especially with all these players you got coming in. You got Caitlin leading it, right?
Caitlin Clark, arguably the most hyped player to hit WNBA hardwood in decades, is just out there trying to play basketball while the opposing team seems to be auditioning for American Gladiators. She's running plays, hitting shots, threading passes, and in return she's getting tackled like she owes somebody money. The Atlanta Dream didn't just play aggressive, they played like the game plan was written on a scroll titled, Step 1, Stop Caitlin. Step 2, if you can't stop Caitlin, try physical assault.
What's the DJ Currington situation? Yesterday, I did a DJ Currington video kind of breaking down that whole thing, technical on that. They didn't call nothing on that for her poking Caitlin Clark in the eye, and that really had me thinking like, damn, they didn't call nothing on that for her poking Caitlin Clark in the eye, and that really had me thinking like, damn, how many times did they actually, drop the ball and didn't call stuff against Caitlin? Now, Caitlin got called for a technical for hitting the back of the backboard.
Still, refs? Absolutely nothing. Not a peep. You'd have a better chance getting a foul call from a traffic light. But wait, it actually gets better. The one time someone decided to blow a whistle, it was to hand Caitlin Clark her first technical foul of 2025. That's right. They missed every illegal hit she took, but went full authority mode the second she looked annoyed. Apparently, getting shoved, elbowed, and tripped isn't the issue. The real crime here is her tone.
Clark gets her first tech.
Maybe the WNBA should start investing in emotion detectors. Oh no, she frowned after getting tossed into a chair? That's a tech. These refs act like NPCs in a horror movie, walk right past the real threat and go, must have been the wind. Caitlin could get dunked headfirst into a popcorn machine and they'd still be like, all ball. Play on.
Now, I'm here to tell you, this is getting mixed reviews. Some people saying Caitlin Clark pushed off. Another person is saying the other players bear hug Caitlin Clark. But let's read what the caption stated. It says, the ref standing right there watching her put 2 hands on CC waist. If he didn't call that, he ain't calling the push off.
Let's talk about the epidemic, yes, epidemic, of WNBA officiating that makes you wonder if the refs accidentally grabbed the rulebook for capture the flag. Because Caitlin Clark isn't the only one getting body checked like it's the Stanley Cup Finals. She's just the most visible target. And that visibility should mean something. You'd think the league would treat her like the marketing goldmine she is. A player who spikes ratings, fills arenas, and trends online just by lacing up her shoes. She should be wrapped in bubble wrap and escorted by the Secret Service at this point. Instead, the WNBA's unofficial motto seems to be, grow the game, by letting defenders act like bounty hunters. The silence from league officials? Deafening. No statements, no warnings, no accountability, just an eerie calm while the chaos unfolds live on national TV. Clark's getting roughed up in plain sight and the response is crickets. And it's not just her, lesser-known players are catching the same hits, just without the headlines to make noise about it. If this is the league's idea of protecting the game, it's time for a new strategy. Preferably one that doesn't look like gladiator basketball.
Combat.
She's being pushed around, she's being slapped around, sometimes she's being punched around, and the fouls just keep getting harder and harder. When are the refs going to do their job? As a matter of fact, when is the WNBA going to do their job? Because there should be some suspensions, check. There should be some fines, check. And you should be setting an example for your star player. Because God forbid this young lady gets hurt. Everything collapses for the WNBA. So give credit where it's due. Stop with the hate behavior. Start calling the calls the way it's supposed to be.
It's honestly impressive how the WNBA refs have achieved what few ever could. True equality and incompetence. Equal opportunity neglect, if you will. You get smacked in the face? No foul. You get body slammed into the third row? Oh, that must have been a flop. And heaven forbid you ask why there was no call, you'll be hit with a technical faster than you can say, missed assignment. The bar for officiating standards in this league isn't low, it's somewhere in the earth's core. Let's revisit Caitlin Clark's now infamous technical. What was the offense exactly? Standing upright? Showing emotion? Daring to breathe with confidence? If existing while female and exceptional is now considered unsportsmanlike conduct, maybe we should just hand out technicals at tip-off and save everyone the suspense. But this isn't just about one bad call or one unlucky game. It's a full-blown pattern, one that's becoming harder to ignore every quarter. If you can't beat Caitlin Clark with skill, the new strategy seems to be hit her hard and hope the refs are too busy daydreaming to notice. The message being sent isn't play hard, play fair. It's play dirty, we'll look the other way.
I don't want to see none of the calls being missed like we seen last year, bro. These referees have to get it together. Now, we know the Indiana Fever front office did everything they had to do, put the right pieces around Caitlin Clark, make sure they make it far in the playoffs and possibly get a WNBA championship. Well, that part is done. We got a new team, we got a new coach, they got everything they need to do to take off for the 2025 season. The only thing left is these WNBA referees. This need to be talked about, just like it was supposed to be talked about at the conclusion of that season. And I'm back on a bumper, bro. I am not letting up on them damn WNBA referees because they are the biggest haters when it comes to Caitlin Clark,
and
bro.
Yes, Dream, we saw you loud and clear. That wasn't defense. That was a full-blown live-action episode of American Ninja Warrior, with Caitlin Clark playing the main obstacle. At one point, I half expected a buzzer to sound while a commentator yelled, "She survived the gauntlet." Because whatever that was, it sure wasn't basketball, it was a full-contact stunt show. And the officiating crew? Not a blink. They stood there like art critics at a gallery, nodding thoughtfully as if to say, "Ah yes, the violence really captures the struggle of modern femininity." Quite avant-garde. At this point, Caitlin might as well show up in shoulder pads, a helmet, and cleats, because apparently regular basketball gear doesn't cut it when defenders are using MMA tactics. Although, let's be honest, these refs would probably tee her up for unsportsmanlike use of safety equipment. But let's zoom out to the real tragedy here. WNBA officiating as a whole. If the refs were any more inconsistent, they'd be a toddler trying to pick a favorite crayon. You can literally maul someone on a drive and get a pat on the back, but raise an eyebrow afterward and suddenly you're the villain in a daytime soap.